Alright team, what's up? It's Chef Katie. We're in the kitchen and we're playing with basil. Beautiful, sweet basil. And basil always makes me think of British children. I know that sounds totally obscure, but I spent some time studying abroad and met some children who were named Basil. And so now I always think of these tender little children, very gentle. You know, you have to be careful around children and you don't want to bruise them. They might be more sensitive. So basil, our herb, is very much the same way. It's very tender and it's very sensitive. So you don't want to bruise it. You don't want to go bashing on it like you can with some of the other herbs. And the best way I like to use basil is making a little basil cigar. So I take the leaves off the stems, because the stems are pretty bitter. You really don't want to eat those. They just have a funky feeling in your mouth. So I take the stems, get the leaves off the stems, and as I'm doing this, I'm on the search. I'm on the search for the biggest basil leaf on this plant. I think, let's see, these two guys, yep, I think this guy's a winner. Okay, so I found the biggest one. That guy's pretty monstrous, right? Okay. And using that as our roller, we're gonna make a little basil cigar. So I got my big guy. He's not little. He's the big kid on the playground. So I made my little basil cigar, right? Now the kids can't smoke these, so don't give them out to them. But it makes great chopping, and we're gonna chiffon on our basil using this. So it's got a tight little roll here. Just cut it in little strips. Nice sharp knife makes quick work. And because you had a basil cigar, well, now you have basil confetti. And it's still bright green. There's no brown on it. It hasn't been bruised. It's still very tender and fragile. You've been very nice to it. So that's how I make the most out of my basil. Keep protecting its beautiful, tender flavors, its sweetness without bruising it. So, little basil cigar equals basil confetti. All right, have a basil party. It's Chef Katie. Keeping flavor first, keep the questions coming, and keep cooking.